What's up, my fat family lovelies? Welcome back to my channel. This is FabuLex Makeup. Today's video is inspired by something wearable for summer, but a little bit flirty, colorful, not over the top. However, you can go a little bit extra if you want to. You know how we do around here. So, welcome. We're getting started with some Shape Tape Tarte Concealer in the shade Tan. Applying this all over the eyelid. I already had my face done before this because I had just gotten back from work. So I figured base face was done for the day. Since y'all have seen that before, I figured I'd do just an eye tutorial. Keep it simple. Keep it, straightforward. So applying this all over the eyelid and then taking a brush to blend it out before it sets, and then setting it with some Besame setting powder. It has like a purple tint. I don't know what shade it is. It's like, I guess you could call it lavender, but this is what I'm going to be setting this concealer with after I blend it out and keep it even. And I don't believe that this is their full size of this product. I think this is their travel size from Besame because I got the 3-pack, so I had 3 of these, or I had 3 of these. Most of them are gone now because I used it so much because I love the product. It sets really well. It's really translucent. But yeah, it's not the full size. It's a little tiny little thing. So for the eyes today, we're starting off with taking you back to Brazil palette from Tarte Cosmetics and using this light carrot orange as my transition shade, applying this directly into the crease, keeping the color pretty low and focused directly into the folds of the eyes, and blending it up very slightly towards the brow bone, but not taking that color up too high because I want to keep that brow pretty prominent. Then on top of that, I'm taking a darker orange, and I do this a lot when I'm using this palette, and I'm using the oranges specifically because I can use the first orange as, as a transition shade, keep it light, and then use the other orange on top of it to brighten it up more. So it doesn't really technically make the orange darker, but it definitely brightens it up and makes it more of an orangey shade. Now what I'm using to darken it up a little bit is this red, and the red is just enough of a darker shade between the oranges to create some depth. Now with the red, I'm starting to contour the eye a little bit more, so you can see I'm applying it more on the eyelid and then delivering it up to the oranges in the crease area, but focusing it application wise first on the eyelid, so it keeps that little pop of red and darkness on the outer corners of the eyes, and then blend it out with a clean fluffy brush. Make sure that you have a clean fluffy brush because this will change your life when you're trying to blend your colors together and make them all seamless into nothing. Using a clean brush with no product on it will be key for that. Now on top of the eyelid, I'm using a cream metallic eyeshadow. I don't remember the shade is, but it's a gorgeous rose gold. It's really creamy. I got it at Sally's. I believe the brand is Bitzy. And then on top of that, I'm using my Swamp Queen palette in the shade Get Her Wings, which is that lovely highlight that I used on my face later, and apply that on top of that, and then to create a more pinky hue because the Swamp Queen palette was just a little bit too yellow, I went with the blush that was right above it, so that's why I picked that. And then clean fluffy brush to blend out the edges so everything is nice and soft. My eyeliner today is the liquid liner from Almay. It's the amazing eyeliner, which is the same liquid liner I use in my brows, only the brow one is like a dark brown rather than black, but it's really fluid, it's really liquidy, it sets really nicely. And today I'm not doing a wing, I'm honestly just lining my lash line and then creating like a small gradual decrease in the line, I guess. I kind of a flick out like a mimic to a wing without it being a wing. I wasn't really going for anything dramatic. I was just trying to get some shape to my eyes because I just can put on some lashes afterwards. This is the Ardell Fake Lash Mascara, my favorite mascara to control my curly lashes and get them in place before I put on some wispies. And they are from Kiss today in not the shade, wow, eyelashes ain't got shade, girl. Ooh, yes, in the style, that's what it is, in the style Flirty. For the bottom lash line, I'm using the first orange shade to use as a transition shade, and then building it up with a mix of the darker orange and the red. And then just on the outer part of the lash line, I put just a little bit of black, and that was just right above everything else. So I kept it really tight along the lash line just to create a little bit of that little extra drama for the daytime, Lately, I've been using my weave glue in black. This is from Proclaim, and I've been loving it a lot more than any eyelash glue I've ever used before. I don't have to use that much. I use actually even less than my lash glue when I use the weave glue, and everybody asks when I do this on live Facebook if it rips my eyelashes out when I take it off. And honestly, no, it takes it off just as easily as eyelash glue. It doesn't stay any longer, and if anything, I leave it on. I can leave my lashes on overnight if I want to when I take my makeup off, and it just makes it a little bit easier for me. That's just my little thing I do sometimes. So for the inner corners, I'm doing a bright highlight with Gator Wings from the Swamp Queen palette again because I just can't get enough of it. If I could take a bath in it, I would. It's the perfect highlight for my skin tone, y'all. I just can't. So I'm using some contradicting lip products today. The first one is a matte lipstick from Milani, the Amore matte lip in the shade Obsession. It is like this light, peachy, bright. I just thought it was so perfect for this summer, you know, something that was bright and sunny, and I don't know, it's just like that perfect color. I don't know how to describe it. And then on top of it, I'm using the Palladio lip paint. This is a lip gloss in the shade Timeless, which is kind of like a subtler version of the Milani shade. So I felt like it toned it down a little bit, and since it was so bright, I thought the lip gloss helped it all come together. And yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, this is the final look. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all for watching. Check out my other videos as well, and stay beautiful inside and out. Much love, my Fab fam.